tapping in for the 111 portal, which is tomorrow, but we are definitely in this energy already. And this is all about establishing cosmic order. Okay, it's kind of like a rearranging of our subconscious beliefs, feelings, anything that has been unbalanced, in disharmony, causing us emotional challenges here. Okay, it is a rearranging. Okay, and what they were showing me when I was grounding into this energy initially was like 2 dots and a red line. Okay, so what this is showing me here is, one, it's highlighting the root chakra. Okay, feelings of security, a foundation here. Okay, so if you have a foundation that is built on anything that is challenging, creates discord, anything that makes you feel off kilter, right? It's basically instability, unstable foundations here are being highlighted emotionally. Okay, because anything that's in the subconscious right now, the unconscious mind here, that is basically, they're telling me disdain, and it's kind of like they're showing me somebody cleaning a window, right? So like the way that this energy is going to show up here is that you're going to have a lot of enlightenment. It's like your guiding team, God, is cleaning the dirty window, right? It's not dirty, it's not hazy anymore. It's like they're clearing the path here to help you see where that disdain, that disharmony has been in the psyche here. Okay, because it's for cosmic order. So let's dive right in, my beautiful angel, spirit guides, ancestors of the highest white light and decree only, my beautiful higher self. Let's go ahead and talk to the beautiful viewer, beautiful collective, about this 1-1 portal energy. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Angela. I'm intuitive healer, channel, energy reader, author of Path to Temperance, and Angel-Healing Practitioner. If you feel so called to follow along, please do. I'm here as an ascension guide. All right, look at change and new beginnings. Okay, so, and the way that this is approaching and the way that they're showing me this energy is that we're being showered with this because many of us are being guided onto paths of success, and anything that is like disorder is disorder. So whatever is coming to the surface here is to align you to the path that you're meant to be. Your God-given path is what they're telling you. Your God-given path. So this is mission work, purpose work here. Okay, and anything that is holding you back, still within the psyche, is coming up. Okay, to alchemize, the alchemist. All right, with the Virgo energy, immediately is like hermit energy, right? It's time for us to isolate, reflect. Okay, reflect on anything that's coming to the surface here. Love and beauty. And then change and new beginnings came back. Okay, so this is all to be alchemized for change, for new beginnings here. Radical change is what I'm hearing. Of pride, of stubbornness. Resources, values, spirituality, and art. And it's funny because I have been working on my witch wound here, okay, and a wound of persecution. And this goes so deeply, deeply engraved into collective consciousness here, okay, where epigenetics has vibrationally passed this down for generations of fear around authenticity, self-expression, around based on feminine power. Okay, and in my last collective message, I kind of tapped in you know, what am I trying to say? They're telling me ignore that. Okay, so never mind. Okay, but basically, when we are sitting within wounds here that are connected to generational fears linked to stepping into our feminine power, our values, our beliefs, it's coming in to alchemize that subconscious patterning, conditioning here, to leave the, they're showing me the high priestess. And the high priestess is the intuition, is the high priestess energy, and is also the subconscious. Okay, so this is just high priestess energy is showing up here in general. Why are you showing us the High Priestess, my beautiful angels? Why is the High Priestess so relevant here? Thank you. Cosmic ordering. No way. Spirit guides, lessons, cosmic order, cosmic ordering, emerald tablet activation, divine alchemy. We're alchemizing. Oh my gosh. Conscious manifesting. So collective consciousness right now, we are all manifesting consciously or unconsciously. It's saying conscious, okay? The alchemization of this wound, this generational wound. Please know, they want me to state this. When one of you heals a certain wound, you are healing collective consciousness. They're showing me people rising. And it's showing me like as if like individual souls are rising, and then there's like a few that follow after. So it's like people are rising to different levels and naturally pulling other souls with them up. It's part of cosmic order. Because as you alchemize, you are raising collective consciousness. Light initiation, light codes, great teachers awakening. So again, as I mentioned, many of you guys that are aligned with mission work and purpose work here, this portal energy is very, very significant for you. Pay attention to what comes up right now. Pay attention to that subconscious feeling and thought, especially around High Priestess, feminine power. They're telling me witch hunt, okay? The witch wound. And I had a huge betrayal wound from this time within this past life here, okay, where it was the entire community, right? So we carry on so many different wounds through this, okay? I'm gonna have to make a separate video for that, but this is being highlighted here within this, okay, because many of us unconsciously carry these wounds that are keeping us held back from authentic expression, from our High Priestess abilities, from our spirituality and our mission work connected to it. Memories of Atlantis, okay? Spiritual acceleration, progress, technology. As I was mentioning, they're showing me like rising. Like there's a lot of acceleration, a lot of rising here, energetically, consciously, collectively, energetically. Solar plexus, inner fire, that willpower, okay? And this is to alchemize that old pain and refuel us here within our personal power, success, determination, confidence, bravery, to know where we're going, and to transmute that energy of inadequacy, of unworthiness. Queen of Cups. I'm going to go into part 2. This portal energy is going to have us shift our perspective on the choices that we have or are currently making based off of this subconscious programming linked to this generational wound. And it's also going to help us detach, have a bigger, see from the bigger picture here, have a higher perspective, okay? And when we're in this energy, and it's kind of like reorganizing, right? And it was funny because in part 1, it was like a rearranging, right? A rearranging of the subconscious here that's happening. And what they're going to do is, the way that the divine is showing me that for many of us, the way that this energy is going to come in, it's going to be like a clear window, right? So like an old musty window is going to be cleared, right? So we're going to be able to see now. And they're going to show us exactly choices we made where we've pivoted, okay? And again, you know, I am a strong believer that we all make choices based off of our own free will, and it takes us down paths that teach us lessons, right? So whatever you choose to do in this life, more or less, your free will to choose is your greatest teacher, right? But it depends how far off you steer from your path here as well, because God and the divine is always going to try to steer you back on path. So what's highlighted here is the choices that you have or have been making or are about to make and things of that sort. They want to highlight the choices that you're making that are keeping you trapped in fear and anxiety and in separation of self and feelings of worthiness and the power that you hold, the power of our feminine energy, to come back to the power of our feminine energy, because the feminine energy has been oppressed for generations as we've lived in fear of stepping up and showing up authentically. And this is on a collective scale, because even for me as a someone who has been the high priestess or continuing to grow and evolve within my high priestess abilities, right? I'm still working through these wounds that have been carried over for generations that we need to let go of. These fears, the oppression, the attachments, the toxicity. The insensitivity. So through this portal energy, my beautiful angels, it's like you're going to feel oppressed, okay? And they're bringing this up because you are going to have to work through this energy. You're rearranging your subconscious thought patterns and feelings around all of this to alchemize, for change, for a new beginning, for your mission work, for your purpose in this life. It's in cosmic order to build your power, to learn your lessons, to highlight for you your legacy, where you come from, what has been ancestrally, generationally ingrained is highlighted as your lessons, where you've been oppressed. So that feeling of oppression is going to be relevant in this energy, because you have to feel it to recognize it, so you can move forward. Can we give my beautiful viewers some guidance as they go through this? Because it's basically telling you to let go of the oppression, right? But we know that it's not as easy as that, right? They're saying let that fuel you. Let this be the fuel, right? So if you could get into a meditative state, journal, right? Reach out to the community, supportive friends, family, right? Even if you are, interested in, connecting with like-minded or people, spiritual folk here that can help you get into your Akashic records, look into some past life where this wound originated for you, right? Things of that sort to really kind of help you understand where you currently are and how to leave this state of oppression, because we might consciously say, oh, I'm not oppressed, I'm living perfectly fine, or you have no idea what a witch wound even is, okay? And this doesn't mean you're a witch. It just means that the oppression that was placed upon us through patriarchy generations ago is still alive and well today in the psyche, okay? 456, past life, core past life cell memories of deceit, of betrayal, of hidden motives. This time was an atrocity. I'm currently in this book that is amazing, and it breaks my heart. Like I've literally shed tears reading this book because of the pain that my soul felt by remembering this time. The torture, the pain that many of us had lived through, the shame, the guilt that we carry for being healers, for being priests and priestesses, for being community, people who were basically outside of the societal norm. We were betrayed by our family, our friends, our close-knit communities. And we were placed in spaces to be publicly humiliated. And if this wasn't your exact experience, you could have the remembrance of watching that And it's funny because when I was going through this and I connected the dots, because I have a fear of public speaking, and my team had mentioned that that fear stems from this life because I was publicly humiliated, publicly, in front of crowds of people. And I still carry that wound today, right? And there's layers to it, right? But I'm not going to go off in my, personal wound of that sort, but there's so many layers to things here, and this is being highlighted within this energy here because this core wound is what's keeping everybody oppressed. Everyone is subconsciously living within the betrayal of these times, within the torture, the shame of feeling like we are not allowed to be ourselves. That's all. That's what it is. And come into the feminine energy. All right? The feminine energy, spirituality, anything within divination, tarot readers, channelers, Reiki practitioners, right? Holistic healers, herbalists, all of these types of, divination tools and ways of living have been oppressed for generations because patriarchy had to come in and bring in that power over everybody, right? There's some communism. So this is being highlighted right now here, beautiful angels. Are you an angel? They're telling me yes. Many of you are earth angels. Many of you are surrounded by your angels right now. A lot of you are being shown white feathers, okay? Dimes, flickering lights, okay? So if these are some things that you are experiencing in your reality, that is just confirming that your angels are around you and that your angels are guiding you to pay attention to this. Because many people that are part of, again, as I mentioned, you didn't literally have to be tortured in your past lives to have this wound, okay? It gets sent down genetically, epigenetically, okay? And it's funny, I got a notification. It says, important reminder. This is an important reminder that you didn't have to be somebody who was tortured or persecuted in these times. You could have just been a stand-byer, and it filled with so much fear. And we need to break down this subconscious programming. We have to. Phases, cycles, intuition, right? To come into the feminine energy and recognize the cycles of oppression that we have been living in for generations. Generations of oppression. So it's time to come back to stability, to plant these new seeds of stability, of simplicity, of fortitude, to connect back to our feminine energy because that is where our power resides. So expect this beautiful, powerful portal to really catapult you into the feminine energy. Pay attention to the feelings of oppression. Allow yourself to work through them because as you rise, you're helping collective consciousness rise. We are powerful beings. We are all connected here, helping each other. So dig deep here with this portal, beautiful souls, and understand that you're making a difference for your life, collectively, and future generations.